Good morning, listeners. I am Yusuf Salihu Tikala with the continuation of the Hausa's English novel called I Found Love in His Eye. Last time we stopped where Zainab said, I went straight to the boys' quarters, switched off my phone, and locked myself in the room. I cried my heart out and I could hear people attempting to open the door from outside. Listener, we will continue with the chapter 16. At around 10 p.m., I switched on my phone and there were so many messages. The first person that came to my mind to talk to was Yusuf. I dialed his number and he picked right away. Where are you? You keep us worried. Where exactly are you, Zainab? He asked. Shh, I said to him. Don't let anyone know that you are talking to me. And please come with Rahila and Mufida to the BQ. I switched the phone off and I waited for them. They came a few minutes later and I opened the door. Rahila, Ismail ya cuce ni, ya guje ni. Just because I have ailment that I have already recovered from, I said, hugging Rahila, who was the first person to enter the room. Rahila hugged me back and cried with me together with Mufida. And for a moment, Yusuf was standing and looking at us. He made us had a moment until I wanted to talk and let it all out. I came here because I wanted to be myself. I wanted to die. Who runs away a day to their wedding? I get more scared, wallahi, after seeing plenty people that are all here to witness a day that will never come. I took breath and burst into a louder cry. Rahila hugged me until I felt safe in her hand. And Zainab, things like this happen for a reason. Why are you even worried about someone who does not even care about your health or well-being? Are you not even happy that you two will separate? She asked me. I sobbed loudly until my voice became light and I could cry no more. Rahila insisted. She called Auntie Halima and Uncle Sunusi, and I had no option than to let her do that. Yusuf made his way out without saying a word. All what he did was to keep staring at us. They all gave me advice and told me not to worry about anything. I wiped out my tears and then we made our way to the main house. Auntie Halima assured everyone that I was okay and it was just wedding fever that was wrong with me. That was why I needed to isolate myself and cry my heart out just to ease and reduce the pain of marrying and leaving my loved one behind. I tried so hard to behave normal and meet my friends and family and wonder what may happen and the type of marriage that may take place tomorrow without a groom. Rahila and Mufida woke me up to pray Subi on the day of the wedding and I could feel my pulse higher than usual. I pray and then pray to Almighty Allah to ease my affairs. A text from Ismail came in which read as follows. Hi my world, I love you so much. And it was not my intention to cancel out the wedding that we planned for a long time. My conscience kept judging me for letting you go when you needed me the most. Our marriage will only bring in confusion and disappointment due to past things that had happened. History repeated itself, and I do not really have the same courage as my father. He married my mother despite all her ailments and health issues, and we all have to suffer it and see our moms die. I held my phone with blank expression all over me. I have forgiven him long since. He could have amended his mistake by not running from the wedding because by so doing, he is making me more depressed and making my thinking faculty to be unsustainable with my thought. We could have simply made things right. I held my head into my hand and a second text from Ismail came in. I love you so much, Zainab, but Yusuf loves you more. He gave and sacrificed what I did not. He gave you a life when I was being an asshole. Please forgive me and settle with him. I thought about it that day and night. And I wanted the best for you, wallahi. Please marry him to make me feel relief from my vulnerability and thought of breaking you into pieces. I I wiped my tears and I prayed 2 rakat. Auntie Halima checked on me minute by minute to console me. I had my friends by my side who knew nothing about what was happening, except my best friend Rahila, whom sat close to me and tried to make me to put a smile on my face. I kept on checking the clock in the room, holding the wedding ivy in my hand. The whole atmosphere burst into laughter when one of my friends teased me of thinking about marriage. I only smiled, holding back the huge amount of tears in my eyes. I took my bed and sat lonely and refused to dress up until Mufida told me Auntie Halima gave her order to make sure I put on the most lovely wedding dress. At about 2:45 p.m., the whole house was filled with noise from the eldest women. They came into the room and forced me to cover my face with a big veil. They all took me to the guest room along with my friends. Zainab and Aura Auri, Auntie Halima said. He sent me text that he was not coming, Auntie. Why will he joke with married? I have been calling him and his phone is not reachable. When is he coming back? I asked. And why am I getting married without a groom? I cried my heart out as I put my head against Auntie Halima's shoulder, asking her endless questions. The whole parlor was quiet. Oh, and all attention was on us for a while before the chit-chatting begins because my friends knew nothing about what was happening. Auntie Halima held my hand along with her to go inside the room to have some privacy. Zainab Ismail's father called this morning to apologize to us that the wedding had to be cancelled as they do not want things that will be regrettable to both of you since Ismail's attitude changed all of a sudden. He apologized and sympathized with us and promised to always be a family and give you all the support you need whenever you find someone to marry. On the other hand, Yusuf asked for his father's forgiveness, and after so much thought and consideration, he promised to marry you and save us from public humiliation of married consolation. I looked up at her, and this time around she had hands on my shoulder with a broad smile on her face. You are married to Yusuf. Yusuf is your husband, Auntie Halima said. I burst into a louder sobbing. She left me in the room and went straight to the main house. Mufida and Rahila went in to sympathize with me along with my other friends. I am married to Yusuf and Ismail is nowhere to be seen, I said, looking at Mufida. Mufida could not hide her happiness because that was what she ever wanted. Is that why you are crying? Don't you want me to be coming to your house more often and carry your little angel in the next 9 months? Mufida asked. I hit her with pillow and I was long gone in thought. The walima held in the evening and everyone started making their way home. Yusuf refused to call nor text me, and Ismail has not sent text either. After Isha, Yusuf and his friend came in and Auntie Halima asked Rahila to call me. I went to the parlor and Yusuf's eyes were on me even though I covered my face with veil. I looked at him and could not believe I got married to him and we will live with each other till eternity. After a long nasiha, the elders left us in the parlor and it was me, Yusuf and his friends. They said their own advice and left us in the parlor. I became speechless for a moment. Yaya Yusuf. He looked up and all what I could see was his handsome face glaring right back at me. It is just me. Please remove the veil so that I can talk to my wife while looking at her. I blushed and wiped my tears before taking down the veil with my head down. Thank you so much, Yaya Yusuf. And I am sorry for dragging you to clean our mess, I said, holding back my tears. He stared at me deeply and said, You are welcome, Zainab. I did it for both of us. Do you love me? I asked. Only time shall tell, he answered. I was not sure if I have feeling for him either. How will we live in a house without love and affection, only with sympathy? I looked at him and smiled. We will start living in the BQ before we will get our own house. Write down the color of furniture you will like in your room and sitting room, and I will make sure they will be available. I will use the one Auntie Halima made for me for my wedding. I will assign the security to put them inside, I answered. No, I don't want anything that will link your talk to your past. We will get new ones, he insists. I nodded in agreement and went straight to the room. My friends all departed the next day, leaving only my family with me. Listeners, we will stop here. Please subscribe to our channel. Subscription is free. Subscribe to our channel. Just press the bell icon. Have a good day.